Rapping, Rising, and Rooted in Purpose, my weekend review 427 through 5/4/2025. Hey Queens, Bernadette here. I just wanted to hop on here and share a quick recap of this past week because the energy, the balance, the breakthroughs, this week felt like a powerful blend of wrapping things up and rising into what's next. If you're juggling grad school, motherhood, health, and chasing your purpose in midlife, you're gonna feel this. Let's get into it. So the vibe this week was definitely closure meets momentum. I'm tying up loose ends in school, stepping fully into leadership, energy, and watching my son hit these beautiful musical milestones. It all reminded me that I'm not just doing a lot, I'm doing it with intention. I'm not just juggling roles, I'm choosing how I show up in each one. All right, top wins of the week. I completed my final presentation for my diagnoses and treatment planning course, and it actually went really well. I felt grounded, clear, and confident. I'm also moving through with the final stretch of my group counseling class. Quiz and processing activity coming up, but the finish line is in sight. My son had his first musical performance with the Brooklyn College Wind Orchestra, and y'all, it was such a proud mama moment. Legacy isn't just about degrees or jobs, it's about what we pass down and nurture in our kids. Personally, I dove into this identity exploration we're doing in class, looking at our given, chosen, struggled, and empowered identities. And listen, that work is deep. I had to sit with some things I've carried for years without questioning them. I also started exploring leadership roles and social services that honor my calling without draining my spirit. I'm not trying to be a supervisor just for the title. I'm looking at team lead, peer coach, behavioral health associate roles that allow me to lead from experience without burning out. And because it's Mental Health Awareness Month and Women's Health Month, I shared some content around therapy, emotional growth, and the reality of managing chronic illness while still showing up for myself. We keep it real over here. Now here's the growth edge I noticed. This week brought clarity around leadership, what leadership means to me, not just the kind that shows up in a title, but the kind that honors my energy, my family, and my boundaries. I'm learning to move from I do all the things to I choose what aligns. That shift feels powerful, but it also takes practice. I'm unlearning the urge to overextend just because I can. And trust me, the temptation to fill every open space with something is still there. But I'm learning to protect the pause. So what did I learn this week? That I'm allowed to outgrow versions of myself that were only built for survival. That I didn't choose every role I played in life, but I do get to choose how I lead in each one now. That I can celebrate my son's wins and still stay grounded in my own. Midlife, motherhood isn't about losing yourself. It's about integrating who you are with who you're raising. And my mantra for next week, I don't shrink for schedules. I align with purpose. You're not behind. You're being intentional. Keep choosing what honors your energy. So if you're like me, navigating grad school, health, business, and family, and know this season isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. And this week sparked so many content ideas. A video on how I balance grad school, mom, life, and mental health in May. A blog post on the roles that built me and what I'm releasing. A proud mom post tied to my son's musical journey and how that reflects intergenerational healing. And one I'm really passionate about. Therapy didn't make me weak, it made me wise. Because if I've learned anything lately, it's this. You could be healing, helping others, raising kids, building dreams, and still carving out space for yourself. That's the real reinvention. Thanks for riding through this week with me. Drop a comment or DM if something in this spoke to you. And don't forget, you're just not evolving, you're leading. See you next week.